In early October 2021, a startling event shook the South China Sea. According to multiple sources, a U.S. nuclear attack submarine collided with an unknown object underwater. Reports suggested that during the incident, several crew members were injured, and the world was immediately captivated by the possibility of a UFO or even a massive sea serpent attacking the submarine. The story of the American submarine spread like wildfire across global news outlets, and yet, Pentagon officials remained tight-lipped about the event, only confirming that an unknown underwater object was responsible for the attack on the U.S. Pacific Fleet's Seawolf-class submarine, while on patrol in the South China Sea, leaving out any details of the mysterious object's nature. It was not clear whether the object was a living creature or a man-made device. The submarine did not suffer any significant damages, however. 11 crew members were injured with varying degree of injuries and concussion, requiring medical attention. Following the aftermath, the submarine promptly departed the waters of the South China Sea and set course for Guam, where necessary repairs would take place. The incident has left many baffled, as speculation surrounding the details of the mysterious object behind the attack continues to mount. Despite the lack of concrete information, the story of the U.S. nuclear submarine's strange collision has captivated audiences seeking to unravel the puzzle of what happened in the depths of the South China Sea. Concerns and questions have been raised by conspiracy theorists worldwide following an incident involving a U.S. Navy submarine, which raises some uncomfortable questions about the submarine's collision. In particular, it is unclear what object the submarine collided with. It is possible that the impact was caused by a collision with a potential enemy submarine or the bottom of the ocean. Another possibility is that the collision involved an underwater UFO, given the recent statement by the U.S. military regarding unidentified flying objects. This theory is not baseless, as the damaged American submarine belongs to the Seawolf class, designed for hunting Soviet nuclear submarines during the Cold War, making it highly sensitive. It is highly unlikely that the submarine collided with another foreign submarine, and if that were the case, especially with a Chinese military submarine, Beijing would have likely made a worldwide announcement about the incident due to their difficult relations with Washington. However, China has remained silent on this incident, indicating that the reason for the submarine's damage was something else entirely. Interestingly, in 2005, a U.S. Navy submarine had a similar collision with an underwater UFO. The incident sparks further questions, and with the recent official statement by the U.S. military regarding the existence of unidentified flying objects, this topic has become even more relevant. There are various theories regarding the mysterious underwater object that allegedly attacked an American submarine. It is noteworthy that in 2020, the U.S. Navy issued special forms to record encounters with UFOs. This begs the question, why were these instructions given to naval representatives rather than pilots or ground forces? Ufologists have observed that UFOs are often witnessed emerging from underwater locations, surpassing even the number of sightings of unidentified flying objects descending from space. A few years ago, a documentary film premiered in the West that recounted numerous instances of UFO encounters with submarines during the Cold War. The documentary presented logbook entries, military reports, and interviews with eyewitnesses to these unexplainable events. It was discovered that these anomalous flying objects can travel not only in air, but also underwater, using speeds that are unimaginable for normal terrestrial vessels. The film also unveils cases of UFO attacks on submarines from around the world in the waters of the Mediterranean Sea, the Atlantic, and Pacific Oceans. In October 1972, NATO Coast Guard equipment detected an unidentified underwater object near the coast of Norway that had entered the country's territorial waters without permission. In an attempt to destroy the intruder, 40 warships filled the seabed with depth bombs, but to the surprise of the military, the attack failed. Instead, a large metal disc appeared on the water surface and dove back into the bottom before leaving Norwegian territorial waters at high speed. Similar situations involving Soviet submarines occurred during the Cold War. According to popular Soviet ufologist V.G. Eshaja, a sailor on a submarine reported that the equipment of a Soviet nuclear submarine picked up 6 unidentified submarine objects closely following them in the South Pacific. Despite the fastest submarine at that time traveling at 44 knots, or 82 kilometers per hour, these objects were traveling at over 230 knots, or 426 kilometers per hour underwater. There are numerous accounts from seamen who have observed underwater unidentified objects in the second half of the 20th century and even in recent times. The incident involving the American submarine took place in the South China Sea, which has drawn special attention from ufologists. In November 2019, a large alien ship was detected over its waters. But fortunately, the intruder showed no aggression and quickly disappeared from view. What did you think of it? Write in the comments. Be sure to get likes, subscribe to our channel, and check out other amazing stories.